Happening, guys. YG back in the building, back from Turkey, back from my holiday that I very much enjoyed. And while I was out there, this debate I'm going to be reacting to, or some of it I'm going to be reacting to, was brought to my attention. Now, obviously, for obvious reasons, I wasn't going to just do the full-blown reaction there and then. But as I told my subscribers, when I get back, I'll get onto it. So this debate is about Lee Gunner Northside debating with Fully Judge Moore and Husam. Judge Moore is a Inter Milan fan. Husam is a Liverpool fan. And obviously Northside and Lee Gunner Arsenal fans. And yeah, I'm gonna react to this. There's two parts I want to react to, but I'm not gonna react to it all now, because there's another section I want to react to, and that's going to be in a separate reaction. But Lee Gunner, he has can we call it beef with football content creators that suck off Arsenal but don't hold the same standards of their own club. And the person in particular that he's got the most hostility towards, let's just say, is Terry from the Football Terrace. And obviously he's mentioned on this debate. So I'm going to react to it. Obviously, I think on this part, I'm probably with Lee on everything. Because as I said, right, not that I'm in anybody's camp like that, because I would like to class myself as a very independent channel. Like, you can't put me here and you can't put me there, because I call out both sides kind of thing. But there isn't too much I disagree with Lee Gunner on. There isn't too much, right? But when it comes to the trophy side of it, which is going to be the second part of the debate, there is a part where Lee Gunner said something when he was asked a question, and I thought to myself, fam, I can't defend this. You know what I mean? So, but anyways, let's get into this debate. I'm gonna share my screen, and yeah, we're also going to talk about it. Sticking them sweatsuits and then corny hats. Let's talk about it. So let's get sharing. Oops, not a video file. Let's get sharing. So as you can see here, this is a start. The debate's about to start, really. So let's get into it.
That's what I do in the freezer.
I'm not drinking anything yet. I just had food. But listen, people. Basically, just for the people that don't know, so Lee called Sam and myself out, right? He's like, you guys suck off our club or something like that. That's the phrase you always use, whatever phrase you always use.
Sucking off my club. That's exactly
all right. So that's what he's saying. That we titled the videos in a way that is not the right way. Not the right way.
Clickbait is what I said.
Clickbait. Okay.
And to be fair, like, Lee Gunner's not wrong in calling it out, really, in terms of, like, you are clickbaiting, you are putting certain things in your titles that's kind of like, you want to drive in the Arsenal fans, because you know that if you get good with Arsenal fans on social media, whether it's triggering them or whatever, you're going to get views.
Clickbait. That's what you said. And I'm not saying, so tell the people, why do you think we actually don't believe what we say? You really don't believe that we believe what we say on videos?
I think that people have cottoned on to the facts that since Flowers has been tightened in his videos, Arsenal was scary for the last 2 years. With me going on straight facts, this ain't a diss at Flower. I ain't got a problem with Terry. I've known Terry a decade. I have a problem with the way he titles his videos. Yeah, and even if you look at his video yesterday, he changed the title after I called him out on it. Yeah, because he put Ten Hag front and center with Cheeky behind him. Yeah, and put sacking confirmed. Yeah, or sacking confirmed, not sacking.
Yeah, he did that. Yeah, I saw that. I've seen him do it. I ain't gonna lie. I don't have no problem with Football Terrace channel or anything like that. I watch his stuff, but when it comes to this clickbaiting thing, fam, it's just cringe. I ain't gonna lie, man. I look at some of his titles and I'm thinking,
just help me to understand.
you know what I mean? Like the amount of done deals of Ivan Toney to Arsenal. Jesus Christ. Why wasn't he a player already? Why wasn't he an Arsenal player? We were all sat there.
I'm waiting.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I saw Terry with even after, I think it was when Man United lost to Spurs, and Terry put Ten Hag sacked. Didn't put no exclamation mark. Didn't put no question marks. He just put that Ten Hag was sacked, right? And that led people to believe he was sacked right after that game.
I've seen him do it.
You know what I mean? But then afterwards, when the views are settled in, when the smoke clears, that's when he changes his title. It's marketing. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't mad at it. Like, I'm not one of these people that's gonna sit and cry about, you know, what Terry's doing on his channel. Like, we know how the clickbaiting business goes, right? And we all have our opinions on it, right? But like, this is something Terry's gonna keep doing. He's not gonna stop for nobody. It is what it is. And from Terry's point of view, he's looking at everybody else talking about it like, you know what I mean? I just think it's funny. You know what I mean? Because there'll be something else that'll happen. And he will put something in the title for the live stream. Then once the live stream's done, he's got the views, then he'll change it and put a question mark in where he didn't put before or whatever. You know what I mean?
Exit
confirmed. So anyone who looks at that, that doesn't know that Cheeky Bergstein is going to leave, is thinking, wow, Ten Hag's gone. He's gone. Yeah. Then he sat there and put an Ornstein tweet up. Yeah. And spent 5 minutes waffling about a 7-hour meeting that Man United hierarchy had.
I've seen him do
went
it.
on to Cheeky leaving. Well, we knew he was leaving 5 years ago when he got there. We already knew it was happening. Yeah. And that's my point. And then after that, he's been doing that for years and years and years. Lee Gunner hates his club, wants his team to lose. Well, funny, because now he wants his team to lose, funny enough. He said that 3 or 4 times last week. Yeah, to get the manager sacked. Told me that I was out of order for wanting my manager sacked. Yeah. Even though we had a hierarchy that is stable.
Now, let me stop there, right? Because again, I'm not disagreeing with anything Lee Gunner's saying here, right? But those who have been watching Terry's channel, we've seen him
do it.
Right? He clicked Lee and clickbaited the titles and made Lee Gunner appear worse than what he might have done. Not celebrating Kai Havertz's goal and saying that Lee Gunner hates Arsenal and everything like that, right? Terry, on the other hand, now is pretty much almost in the same camp. For example, Lee Gunner wanting Arteta sacked, right? Terry has been one to say, "Oh, you should keep Arteta. You should keep him." So we're gaslit as Arsenal fans to believe that because Arteta took us from 8th to 5th to 2nd, we should keep him because we're putting the pressure on. Yet when it's their club and you're winning trophies, that ain't good enough for you, man. So Terry has watched his club win back-to-back trophies, been to 3 cup finals, right? And he's screaming that he wants Ten Hag out. Yet we're supposed to sit here and just go along with the, oh, Arteta's doing very well. He's putting pressure on me. They ain't winning anything. Well, sorry. Those of you who believe that Arsenal won 49 trophies, he's only won a shield. Is that good enough to keep your job like that? Really? No. Let's carry on.
But now he's got a hierarchy that's stable. He's happy to sack 3 managers a year. His words. I have the clips. Yeah, because I have receipts for everyone. Yeah. Then, off of the back of doing that, Lee Gunner exposed. Yeah. And then I called him out on a video today, and I'm getting to my point about you guys. Yeah. But I have to start at the beginning. He put a video out today crying about the Daily Mail. Yeah, with the dark arts. Yeah, and Howard Webb exposed. Yeah, the dark arts was basically an AI generated video from the Daily Mail showing that Arteta had written a few things down, like get Aaron Ramsdale to come 6 yards out of his goal. Yeah, do this, don't do this, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So basically what he was saying is that the Daily Mail clickbaited it. Right. Then he went on to Howard Webb exposed. And then he mentioned in that video that Howard Webb didn't mention Trossard's second yellow for the red card, but mentioned other instance. Well, that's not him exposed, is it? That's just him didn't talk about it.
And that's another clickbaiting tactic that Terry does. Again, I ain't mad at him for doing it, right? Do I think it's cringe? Yes. But does it work? Yes. You know what I mean? This shit's working for him. You know what I mean? So he's gonna keep doing it. I think it's funny. You know what I mean? I think it's amusing, but where I can see Lee Gunner and others getting annoyed is when he will be on stream telling Arsenal fans how everything's okay at Arsenal because Arteta's getting us playing well and finishing second. But when it's his club and he's winning trophies, this guy is basically behaving exactly how Arsenal fans are. But Arsenal fans are behaving how we're behaving, the ones who want Arteta out, because we're not winning trophies. They're winning trophies, but because they're poor in the league, you know what I mean? It's not the trophies ain't masking over. You know what I mean? I guarantee you right now, if Arteta was winning us the trophies Ten Hag's doing, and they were just putting pressure on finishing second, I guarantee Terry won't be sat there saying, "Oh, you Arteta's doing a good job," or would he? Would he or would he not?
So I called that out. He then posts a comment, and pins it, saying, I won't respond to Lee's comment, because I basically put a comment in saying, so basically what you're saying is they clickbait, like you're calling them out for their clickbait like you do on every video then. Yeah. Loads of people have replied. Yeah, he then pinned a comment saying, I won't go at Lee because I don't want to cause a pile-on. He asked me not to do that. Now, I'll tell you exactly what I said. Yeah, because people are saying, oh, Lee likes to dish it out, but he don't want it back. No. We were playing Loms. I think it was Loms, at home. 29 scored. I never celebrated. We were 4-0 up in 20 minutes. Yeah, I celebrated every goal in that game apart from 29s. What he did was clickbait, for Twitter. Lee not celebrating Havertz's goal. See, I've said his name. Take a shot. Cheers.
Yeah, I did see Terry do that.
I've seen him do it.
And he put that goal celebrating or non-celebration out on Twitter. But he didn't put me celebrating Martinelli's goal. Didn't put me celebrating the other five goals in that game. So I kicked off. I said, why are you clickbaiting that one up to put that to drive traction? Oh, but it's all traction, he said. It's all traction. His words. I don't care. I'll call it out. Yeah, all traction. I said, no. I said, I don't really care about the hate. I don't care. I get hate every day and I still rock up. I said, but don't start using what I'm doing, in a negative way and showing the negative every time. Why don't you show me celebrating the other 5 goals?
Now, let me just stop there because what Lee's saying is true. Obviously, Terry clipping up the negative side of what Lee was doing on his channel, like not celebrating Kai Havertz's goal, but then he's not putting the other celebrations, the other goal celebrations that Lee was visual on. Like Lee celebrated all the other goals. He said he wasn't going to celebrate Kai Havertz's goal for a long time, even though he did celebrate it against Spurs. But that was way after that. But anyways, he knew that Lee Gunner wasn't going to celebrate the goal, but he used that clip for his own traction, but didn't fail to tell everybody, no, he did celebrate other goals. People already hate Lee Gunner for whatever reason they hate him for. So for them to see him not celebrate just reinforces their claims of Lee Gunner hating Arsenal, right? I think after that, I remember Terry then not doubling down, then putting on Twitter damage control, basically, showing Lee celebrating whoever else's goals it was as damage control. Oh no, he did celebrate people after the fact, you know what I mean? And it's like, fam, like Lee Gunner gets hit left, right, and center, and you have just added fuel to the fire. So you have to understand why Lee would be so pissed off with Terry. The only thing I don't get is his beef with Henry Wright. You know what I mean? 2-time Arsenal legend TV, right? I don't get that. We know that what's his name? 2-time Legends TV. We know that he's doing a Terry thing now. With the clickbaiting titles and sucking off Arsenal. You know what I mean? But I'd more laugh at him than what Lee's doing. But anyways, let's let him carry on. I'm been talking too much.
Why do you always say that I'm negative on this? He wants them to lose. He's exposed. He's never happy. So after 2 years of that, I decided, see you later. Thanks for the opportunity. I'm leaving. So I left. So off the back of that, no, wait, I'm getting to the point, Mo. Off the back of that, everyone's now cottoned onto it. Henry talks bullshit, bruv. Yeah, that guy, if you go back to his videos last season, when me and him were doing videos at some points, the season before we did them every week, one on each channel. Then I changed. I said, no, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm just going to work with Side and Rants on a regular show every week. Yeah, jump on every now and again. So I jumped on every now and again, and he's sitting there in a hoodie saying, if you can't see what Ange Postecoglou is doing, you can F off down the Emirates, mate. It's a white hoodie that he put up for sale with Ange's face on it, with them words on it. Now, fast forward, yeah, this guy's now on his knees for my football club. He's a Tottenham fan. Yeah, he actually, even if you click on any of that guy's videos, he actually, and close your eyes, he sounds exactly like Terry.
Jesus.
Stop it. Get some help.
Now, we know Henry Wright, aka how did I put it? 2-time Arsenal Legends TV or 2 Arsenal Legends TV, right? We know he's been going down this path of, sucking off Arsenal now as a Spurs fan. Now, we know that the channel that he does that on is Henry Talks TV. Henry Talks Football. Jesus Christ. We know he does it on Henry Talks Football channel. Right, so he doesn't do it on his Spurs channel. But yeah, it's as I said, I'd just take the piss out of him for it. But I wouldn't go in as how Lee's doing. Like, you know what I mean? This is like it's like it's personal or something like that. You know what I mean? It just feels deeper than just what it is. I mean, obviously it's working for him, and he's gonna keep doing it. You know what I mean? Me, I'd just be like, I'd just take the piss out of you, like, fam. You know what I mean? You're sucking off my club and you support my rivals. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the way he speaks is exactly like Terry. Yeah. Then when I see you 2 guys' titles, yeah, I said to Husam yesterday, Arsenal slap Southampton. No, we didn't. We did not slap Southampton. We were 1-0 down, despite having all the chances. How many times did Aaron Ramsdale have to make a save? He didn't. He barely made a save in that game, mate.
Stop the cap.
And then,
nah, I'm gonna have to like call the exaggeration out here. I mean, Ramsdale did have to make saves in that game. I'm not gonna say that he was. Why ain't this doing its job? Let me just quickly look it up while I'm here. Right. Let me just quickly look it up. Because Ramsdale, it was like he knew how to deal with what he needed to deal with. You know what I mean? Let's be exact, because I might be way off. He might not have made much saves. Oh well, this app doesn't tell me like the details like that. It just tells me like goal attempts, shots on goal, and all that stuff, and block shots. Well, but yeah, those saves Ramsdale did make in the game. You know what I mean? Like Ramsdale, he was kept busy compared to us, because we were all over them. Like defensively, Southampton were poor in that game. Defensively, we were all over the place, especially the first few minutes. We just couldn't. We were just shocking up front. You know what I mean?
the title of Husam's was Man City lucky. What was it? Lucky win, something like that. Lucky win. Man City, Arsenal slap Saints. Well, hold on
Stop
a
the
minute.
cap.
Man City have won without Rodri and without KDB, and they've still won against a better team, by the way, than a newly promoted team that have been pammed in pretty much every game and were 19th in the table before we played them at the Emirates. We should be beating them.
Yep.
Yeah, that game was 2-1. They hit the post and they hit the bar. Yeah, on another day, one of them goes in. Yeah, then we go and score the third at the death, right near the end. Yeah, that was not a slapping, right? Then I see your title. Yeah, Mo. Yeah, Saka world class. You actually changed it because the title was
I didn't.
Saka
It
magnificent.
still says world class.
Stop
No,
the
no,
cap.
Yeah, but it was
magnificent.
magnificent.
No, magnificent.
That stop the cap is for Saka being world class, but let's keep going.
On
And it had a
MHF.
star emoji.
No,
I see
magnificent
it.
on MHF and world class on my channel.
Okay, fair enough. It was on the MHF.
I didn't change it.
Magnificent.
Yeah, it's still the
Okay,
same.
cool.
I never changed
Anybody
it.
who watched that game will know Saka was not magnificent and Saka was not world class.
Right.
What Saka did in that game was pass the ball 10 yards forward and 29 slapped the ball in. Yeah, what they also would have seen was a world class pass, yeah, for Martinelli's goal. Yeah, and then they would have seen a defender take a heavy touch and Saka tap it in from 7 yards. That was not magnificent. He wasn't world class in the game, and he isn't world class in general. And every single time I see you guys on your channels, yeah, right, most of the content, yeah, is dominated by Arsenal content, like, or by Arsenal talk. 50 minutes talking about Arsenal and then 20 about the other teams. Yeah, and for me, I'm looking at it thinking, well, hang on a minute, Cole Palmer's just won England's Young Player of the Year, or Player of the Year, sorry. And all the comments on that, yeah, are negative. Why didn't Foden win it? Why didn't Saka win it? Why ain't anybody doing Cole Palmer hate is an illness? Yeah, because as soon as it's Arsenal, it's big views. Big views. Every single person who talks about Arsenal as their main title, main topic, gets more views. And none of you guys support my football club. Yeah.
So this whole Saka thing, for one, in my opinion, for a start, this whole term of world class, that just gets used too lightly. Like anyone's being classed as world class. We don't have any world class players in our team yet, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But my definition of world class will be different to some other people's. But I just don't think people should be throwing it around willy-nilly like that. But despite how shocking Saka may be in games, how average he may be in games, or even how good he may be in games, he's always delivering, right? And one thing that's been our thing at Arsenal as fans as well is that we just want delivery. We just want, by any means, if you keep delivering, that's all I care about. You know what I mean? I'm getting to the stage now where I understand that Saka won't be and doesn't have to be at his ultimate best, but we can still get something out of the game, an assist or whatever, right? I'm at that stage where I can live with that now. My thing is now is just getting over the line with it. You know what I mean? So if we keep winning games, but Saka ain't at his best, I ain't gonna complain too much, right? But at the same time, I can see why people would, because end of the day, when you come up against a far superior team, you know what I mean, you need to turn up. But this whole thing of Saka being world class,
Stop the cap.
Let's stop doing that, man.
Main topic gets more views, and none of you guys support my football club. Yeah, and none of you guys are invested as like I am, the same as I'm not invested in your clubs. But then when it comes to your clubs, you have totally different standards for your clubs.
Yep.
Okay, no, don't go into the standards. Okay, number one, you talking about Terry's titles, that is Terry's point. I actually asked Terry on Straight Facts about him deleting the comment, and he explained it there from his point of view. I'm not going to repeat what I said. In the beginning of Straight Facts with me and Husam, I literally, because I watched his video this morning, and I noticed that he pinned the comment, and I asked him straight, why did you delete it? So he answered. Okay, so he answered why did he delete it. That is his point of view. For the titles and all the stuff that Terry does, Terry is his own man. He is doing that. My thing about that.
Yeah, but the reason I've pointed that out is because everyone's realized that he's getting mad views off of talking about Arsenal, so everyone's jumped on board.
Number one, okay, Lee. Number one, you're allowed to say what you want, right? And because you're an Arsenal fan, it is up to you to say what you want. Number one, no one can gatekeep. Hold on. No one can gatekeep. Let me finish. No one can get. Number one, I'm an independent channel that is a neutral that I don't support. And by the way, I don't talk about Inter because I talk about Inter on another channel. I work, my full-time job is to watch the Premier League games and analyze them from my point of view. You can challenge my opinion. You can say, Mo, you're wrong. Saka's wrong. We can talk about that. In terms of titles, I am entitled to say what I want.
I only just realized I can put it up, put the speed up. Never thought of doing that before because I know people do that. So yeah, the sudden speed of the video increasing is because I just change it.
Right? You absolutely are entitled as a content creator, because we're all content creators, to absolutely say, Mo, you talk bollocks. You're absolutely talking bollocks here. Your opinion is wrong, football-wise, 100%. And we can sit, me and you, Lee, absolutely off camera, spend an hour on the phone talking about the football, debating football. Not on YouTube, and you know what I'm talking about, right? We can absolutely debate the content. You can literally say, Terry, you're absolutely wrong. The referees did not rob Arsenal. I'm not speaking on Terry's behalf. He's his own man, right? I can only speak for myself and my Husam, because and only on MHF. Husam, what he does on his own channel is his own channel. I don't intervene, and he does not tell me what to do on my channel. I do my own thing. My point about this, Lee, is that you are allowed to say Kai Havertz is an absolute shit football player, and I can go on your channel and tell you, Lee, you're wrong football-wise. But if I say, I can just say, Lee, the other way, Lee, you're clickbaiting that Havertz is shit, or in an emergency meeting, or you are clickbaiting whatever title you want.
I'll give an example.
Hold on, let me finish, because this is very important.
Yeah, like the negative for.
But I don't do that. I don't say that you're sucking off your club for negative or whatever, not negativity, for Standards FC. I can say, what's his name? I don't know his name. The guy that does the Chelsea thing. Standards. What's his name?
Minerals.
I can say Johnny Minerals does not believe what he says. He does this for clicks and views. No, I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna challenge him what he says. I challenge Northside. By the way, me and Northside met, and I keep repeating to the people every time I had Northside on my channel. He can attest to this, guys. I met Northside outside of YouTube. Exactly the same talk, same exact shit. This is why I always challenge the opinion. I never challenge the person. When I say, by the way, and just let me explain to you something about my idea. When I title my video something, I title it for debate. That day, the word Saka World Class was trending, not only on Twitter, on Instagram. And I had a panel.
You're confirming my point.
No, but that's...
Yeah, you've actually confirmed this point. Because what you're saying now is, because Saka World Class was trending, let me use that as a title so I can draw in attraction to my channel. We're not saying it's a crime, but man, I'm pointing out what is. You know what I mean? But everything, all this sucking off of, you know, I ain't gonna play the clip of what I usually play, because, you know, it might not be channel friendly anyway. But, you know, all this sucking off of Arsenal, like, y'all aren't having this for your club. You're not. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't out here happy with putting pressure on and winning nothing. So our thing is this: don't gaslight Arsenal fan base into believing that what's happening right now is so good. You know what I mean? We are the equivalent of chatting to 10 out of 10s in a club and getting nothing. But we think we're going to get something at the end of the night. Man United, for example, are the equivalent of, I can at least pull a 5, which there's nothing wrong with a 5, by the way. But, you know, because of the way people see the FA Cup and League Cups, that's why I said that, right? They're getting something. You know what I mean? Would you rather starve of pum or get some? Even if what you get, you might not be satisfied with because it's not a 10. Come on now. You know what I mean? When people are trying to gaslight Arsenal fans into believing that, you know, what's happening right now is for the great good, right? That, by that kind of logic, you'd have to be happy with chatting to 10 out of 10s in a club because you're hoping you're going to get something and you don't get anything at the end of the night. You must be happy with blue balls at the end of the night, because that's us right now. You know what I mean? We're trying to win league title, right? And we're falling short. Anyways,
that's the whole
You're
thing.
going with what's trendy, not what you believe.
But that's hold on, because that show, I am the host and I ask the question, right? If I do a solo show, I literally hold on, Lee. If I do a solo show like you and I sit and talk about something, I say my opinion and I debate that and I talk to the people, the audience. But for me to title, if I have a panel, for example, 2 of them sing Saka world class, 2 of them Saka shit. And by the way, I don't do this, and I need to confirm one thing, Lee. My most views are actually Chelsea content. My most views are Chelsea content, Lee, are about Neto joining Chelsea. My most views are about other clubs, are about Man United. I say what I believe. I say it as I see it. By the way, I am called a Chelsea twerker, just for you to know. On the football terrace and on footage of Mo and on Don Husam, by the way.
Okay,
so maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't know.
Come back on that. Let me just come back on that.
I am called, but I really want to stress on this later. I am literally called, and by the way, Rory, who comes on my channel on the national league, called Mo. Why do you twerk for Chelsea all the time? Why do you hate Arsenal?
Because it's trending.
Hold on. Because he's what?
Because it's trending. You just said that Arsenal were trending that day, and this is what's
fam. Just a minute, because you've been got again. Got again, fam. You know what I mean? It's trending, so it's one of those things. You know it's trending, so it's one of those things where it's like, I'm sick of them sweatsuits and them corny hats. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean?
No, I'm telling you, I work for Chelsea. People say I work for Chelsea, so that defeats your point that I'm using your club. If I was using your club, I would have sucked up. I would have the Chelsea.
Chelsea you're missing the point, right? Terry said to me before, and you've just confirmed exactly the same thing that Terry's. No, because I am, because man have clocked on to what Terry's doing and doing exactly the same.
Terry, why do you
wait.
About me, bro?
No, I'm getting to that point. I'm getting to that point. My point is, Terry used to say to me, yeah, because people go, why are you talking about Arsenal again? Oh, because they're trending. They're trending. Because they're trending. Well, we trend every day. We're Arsenal. Chelsea trend every day. So what they do is they pick the one that's got the most emotional fan base in it. Yeah, right. And you say Chelsea, you have Neto videos and stuff like that. Cool. So Chelsea were trending the day that Neto signed. Well,
we are a very emotional fan base. We're very easy to wind up. We're very easy to trigger. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you want traction towards your channel, just talk shit about Arsenal and we'll all be there. You know what I mean?
You're going to get more views if you talk about Neto. If you went and spoke about something completely different, yeah, of a player that's not joined Arsenal, you're not going to get any views on that because Neto's trending #1 in Europe or the world or wherever. So you're going to get more views. Now, I get it's about views, yeah?
It's not that's not called clickbait, Lee.
Yeah,
that's news. When I open the TV, Lee, and I watch the news, they aren't okay. There's a flood in Florida now, and a hurricane. They aren't going to talk about the desert in Arizona in TV. They have to. I have to.
But you've just No. You have listen, and this is where me and you are different. Yeah, I discuss my club. You don't discuss your club on the channel.
Yeah, because I work. Okay, but there are a lot of journalists that support. Okay, Lee, I learned this from a lot of people. There is work, by the way, and there is support in my club. My passion will be the highest for Inter, and you know that from my watch along.
And that's my point. You said a minute ago that you do your titles to open up debate, and that is another thing Terry said. Because I can show you. Wait. Because Terry put a video, put a comment out, a tweet out the other day. Yeah, when I called him out again, and he said exactly again what you just said. Because you're saying exactly what he said, Mo. He said exactly what you've just said. Wait. I mentioned you. I mentioned Husam. I mentioned Rory Jennings, Gold Bitch, Henry Talks Bollocks. Yeah, and Rory Jennings. I mentioned all of you. No. I mentioned all of you because you're all doing the same thing.
No. I'm sorry. I apologize. Don't say. I'm gonna have to, Lee. Don't say I mentioned you all. We're different people.
No, I mentioned what you're all doing.
But he's talking about you're all doing the same thing. You're all doing the same thing. Like you all, you're all doing the same thing. You know what I mean? You're in the same camp like that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, my thing is, you know, when people complain about being put in the same category as somebody else, and it's like, it's because you're doing the same thing as them. You know what I mean? When people say, don't compare me to the next person, well, it's because you're behaving similar to that person. You know what I mean? That's just life at this point.
Debate Rory on his own time. You can literally invite. And by the way,
can I finish my point though? What I said. What I said. The reason I've mentioned Terry is because two things you've said to me are exactly word for word what he says. Yeah, when he gets told, oh yeah, but you're using Arsenal for clicks. Yeah, he then goes, no, I'm not. It's just trending. Your words. Yeah, Saka was trending. Yeah, you've also just said, yeah, that you put your titles to spark debate.
me?
That's exactly what you just said that a minute ago. You put titles to spark debate.
Not wrong.
It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace. That's what it is, a disgrace.
Yeah, thank you. Well, that's exactly what he says. No, not spark debate. How about give your opinion?
I never said spark.
Like, well, you take the word spark out. You said debate. Yeah, to open debate or something like that. You said, yeah. Right? Okay, so hold on. Yeah, so how about instead of sparking debate is which what he said, yeah, and to open debate on what you're saying, how about you put something that's factual? Yeah, because what's happening for me, and I'm not trying to gatekeep anyone, but when it comes back to my football club, when it comes up to my football club that's gone 4.5 years without a trophy, and everyone's on their knees making out this.
Whoa! Hang on a minute. I mean, hang on. Now, Lee said that we've gone 4.5 years without a trophy, right? I'm gonna have to stop him there. That depends. That all depends. This whole we've gone 4 years without a trophy or whatever, that all depends. It depends on what Arsenal fans think of how many trophies has the club won. You know what I mean? And in fact, let me test this out while we're here. Right? Let me ask Gemini how many trophies have Arsenal won. I want to see what Gemini says. How many trophies has the Arsenal Football Club won? Oh, wait, hang on a minute.
The football club has won a total of 47 major domestic and international trophies. This includes 13 English Football League titles, including 1 unbeaten title, a record 14 FA Cups, 2 League Cups, 17 FA Community Shields, 1 Football League Centenary Trophy, 1 European Cup Winners' Cups, 1 Intercities Fairs Cup. Would you like to know more about a specific trophy or season for Arsenal?
So it's actually 47, not 49. Unless there's 2 on Wikipedia that is on there that Gemini didn't recognize. But Gemini, Google's AI assistant, even counts the Community Shield. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Right. That is another one. I don't know if you guys heard that, and I forgot to announce I'm not live. This is premiering right now, right? But even if you ask AI, it tells you the trophies Arsenal won. I didn't state what type. I just said how many trophies has Arsenal Football Club won. 47. Counting the Community Shield. Why didn't AI say, oh no, Community Shield do not count? So, I say that to say this. If you're in the camp of what the AI just told us, right? Arsenal won 47 trophies, right? Then the last time we won a trophy was 2023. The Community Shield we got handed out into. We got a handout. The one that Man United should have been in because they were actually better than us of the season before, right? But if not, if you think that we've won 30 trophies instead of 47, then then it's been over 4 years since we last won the trophy. So I just want to stop there because there's people that cannot count the shield. I mean, so I'm just being exact.
Club's the greatest club since sliced bread. Yeah, when it ain't, Yeah, making out the Saka's world class when he went 1 goal in 11 last season, and then stat padded against the bottom table teams after Dubai and scored 7 goals in 5 games. Yeah, then disappeared again after that, by the way. Yeah, making out he's amazing. He scored 2 goals in the Prem. Things like that. Yeah, but things like that. Yeah, but the way the wording of the titles is, so open debate, spark debate. Yeah, it's causing controversy, is what it is. It's oh my God, Saka world class. Yeah, and another thing I'll say. Yeah,
what is wrong? Are you not allowed to debate? I'm not.
No, you can debate, but my point, no. Mo, you're missing the point.
Yeah, I am missing the point.
You're missing the point. The titles are misleading to what is actually being said. Yeah, because what you guys do, yeah, and you're all doing it. Yeah, you put a question mark on a statement.
Put a title I don't believe in.
You put you just said you do it to spark the open debate.
At that time
it was trending.
Him being a world class.
Now, let me just stop here for a second. Now, other people putting clickbait titles like they do, right? It won't bother me to the point where I'm almost livid about it. Like it ain't that deep for me. Again, like I find it cringe. That's about it. I can only understand Lee's hostility towards the situation of this when it comes to Terry, because Terry it went personal simply because of the clickbaiting of Lee Gunner when it came to him not celebrating certain goals by certain players and whatever, and he clipped him up and then put it out there that he hates Arsenal, blah blah blah. Knowing that Lee Gunner he's hated in the football world by football fans like Tupac was from his ops. You know what I mean? And then you made it worse by doing what he did. So I understand that, right? And I suppose if anybody's following Terry's model, then I suppose it's going to be a case of, well, F you too kind of thing. Because it's like, this person, this is the type of person that does this, and then you're being the type of person, and you might end up doing that to either me or somebody else. You know what I mean? So I suppose you could look at it that way as well.
My man, him being a world class at that time was actually the talk. So I'm not lying when I said that.
No, but that's because it was trending. Your words.
Yeah. I didn't invent that.
Yeah. So you're going off what's trending. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. So you're doing what's fashionable. Thank you. To get the most. It's not what's factual. Thank you. I'll shut up now and let everyone else go.
I am literally talking about what is out there.
But fam, Lee got you again.
Again!
He got you again, fam. He got you to admit that why you were doing it. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. It is what it is. But y'all won't have that same standard for your clubs. Y'all will support clubs where a manager wins and you still want him out. Yeah, when it comes to us, they're not winning anything. We're being gaslit by fan bases saying, "Oh, no." Fam, let's not
Stop the cap.
For example, Palmer is the best player in the league, right? You put Palmer best player in the league, and then you talk about
no. You put is Palmer the best player in the league, not Palmer best player in the league? Question mark. Yeah, because this is what you guys do. Yeah, a lot of you guys that are doing this stuff. Yeah, what you do is you put a question mark on a statement. Yeah, so Arsenal robbed. There's some of the titles I see. No, were Arsenal robbed? Question mark. Arsenal robbed is a mainstream media clickbait thing that you guys all call out the mainstream media for. We all do it. Yeah, but then you copy exactly what the mainstream media do. But then when people,
to be honest with you,
I've seen him do it.
They don't do it. We all seen it. But like I said, I find it cringe. But I keep it moving. Because clickbaits are gonna clickbaiting, you know what I mean? Like you know, it is what it is.
people like me say, no, hold on. Yeah. How comes you're putting a question mark on a statement? Yeah, why isn't it is Cole Palmer the best player in the league? It's Palmer, best player in the league. It makes it dramatic, yeah, and it's clickbait. Yeah, it's clickbait. Yeah, people are saying I clickbait my emergency meetings.
The word clickbait is wrong, by the way. The word clickbait is wrong because it's a negative thing.
Well,
No, it is clickbait. You know what I mean? You man that do this, you know exactly what you're doing, and it's not a crime, but you know exactly what you're doing. You know how to word your titles so that people will want to click it. You know what I mean? We've all fallen victim to clickbaits. I've unsubscribed from channels outside of football YouTube. I've unsubscribed from YouTube channels because they did the ultimate clickbait. Literally spoke about the title of the video, and I think even thumbnail as well, wasn't the didn't represent the entire video. It literally represented probably the middle of like a 20-minute video and a 5-second clip. And it was something to do with Mike Tyson said this to Andrew Tate or something like that. And it wasn't even him saying anything to him. I don't know if he mentioned his name, but literally it was literally nothing. And the whole rest of the video was some other reaction to other shit. And that pissed me off. You know what I mean? Because if I'm going to watch a video about something, if I see what your title says, I expect your video to be about that. Because if you have the clickbait, it's very, let me just make myself big. All right? It's very talentless behavior to clickbait to a level where your title and thumbnail literally does not represent barely anything of the video. You just did it to get people there. That's very talentless behavior. I will say that. Like I said, it's not a crime for people to clickbait. People want to do it, they want to do it. But I think it's talentless behavior. You know what I mean? If somebody's really good at something, they shouldn't need to do that. You know what I mean? And I hate it when it's the worst clickbait is when what is said in the title and what shows in the thumbnail only represents less than a minute of the entire video. So time has just been wasted, and YouTubers do it all the time. You know what I mean? They do it all the time, but I ain't gonna make a video full blown crying about it. It's just one of the things I just keep it moving. But I can understand people hating the whole clickbait thing. But and again, if you hate it, don't watch it, kind of thing. If I see a title and I think it's clickbait, I'm not watching the video. Simple as. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Yeah, as a negative thing. That is the problem, Lee. You go on your channel. You go on your channel mostly solo. So you say your opinion, and people can come and debate you in the chat. My channel has half solos and half panel shows. Yep. So I'm talking about myself. I'm not talking. Husam, by the way, does a lot of solo shows. So
and you don't know what the people are going to say that come on the channel until they come on the channel. I get that. Yeah.
No, so, but I understand. If I'm
so what you're saying is you don't know. For example, if I'm you do your titles based on what's trending, yeah, no. Because you don't know what we're going to say when we get it.
No, but if I'm
so you what's trending, you said that. It's your words.
No, hold on. I am inviting you, Lee. I'm gonna title the video is are Arsenal scary, for example. Arsenal scary ? I know what Lee's gonna say. The Arsenal are not scary. It's called the debate.
And them Arsenal scary titles are absolutely cringe. I actually listened to a Terry video earlier. Actually, I ain't gonna lie, about Arsenal scary injury updates, and it is cringe. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it's one of them where I suppose clickbait titles does leave you to be a bit curious, but I think because I'm used to the Football Terraces channel, I'm used to the whole clickbait thing. I'm kind of immune to it from that channel because I haven't seen Terry be as bad as what I described of other YouTube channels where what he says represents less than a minute of the entire video. You know what I mean? But I do think that Arsenal scary title are cringe, and I know that when I see those titles, and should I watch the video for background noise, which is, to be fair, I've just got back from holiday. I saw that video, put it on for background noise. I ain't gonna lie. The Terry's video about Arsenal being scary and injury update. I had it as background noise, but I do find it cringe and amusing that Arsenal are just so scary every single week. A club that's winning nothing. A club that's winning nothing is scary as fuck. Now, God help the world if Arsenal win the league title or a Champions League. Because if we're scary now, I mean, if we're scary now, then Christ, how scary are we going to be? Right? Should we start winning trophies? You know what I mean? Anyways.
Hey, and then football-wise, we can debate that, Lee. That's what we debate. But you calling me I do clickbait. I don't do clickbait. I put exactly, if I'm saying Saka's world class, I put Saka on the thumbnail. If I do this, I put Palmer on the thumbnail. If I'm talking about Newcastle ruining the football because somebody said it, I'm gonna put Mohammed bin Salman.
Yeah, so one person said it, and then that's the whole thing, and it's the.
No, see, now
I'm going to shut up and let these two go. I'm going to shut up.
Now you're doing assumptions, Lee, because now you're assuming that one person said it.
No, I'm not assuming, because again, I'll come back to some of you guys' content, yeah, and I'm not directly talking about you, Mo, because I don't watch you every minute of every day, and Husam every minute of every day. But at the same time, when I see people, yeah, sitting there saying Saka hate, yeah, has gone too far, and it's a Chelsea fan phoning TalkSport up. Yeah, and it's a couple of tweets off Twitter being used. Saka hate's gone too far. Now, what that does here, let me tell you exactly why I get the ump with this crap, yeah? Because what that does is now a Chelsea fan phoning TalkSport up and saying he's bang average, yeah? And there's a couple of tweets, yeah, off Twitter, yeah, saying he's bang average. So now when I say, yo, Saka's not all that, you know, yeah? Now, all the people that are watching these videos, yeah, and now listening to these people making out Saka's the greatest thing in the world and it's hate and everyone, it comes from fear. Now, when I say it, more people want to chat shit, yeah? How about...
Now, I'll say what he didn't say in this, right? Because I've seen it for myself, right?
I've seen him do it.
We all know that when it comes to people clickbaiting and everything like that, Saka's getting sucked off, right? Saka puts in a cross, he's world class, right? And the social media and everything do the rounds, right? Saka's this, Saka's that, right? Now, when Lee Gunner is stating his opinion about Saka, maybe using facts behind it or whatever, right? Obviously, he's got people going at him, but then he's also getting people, because I've seen it myself, you're also getting people claiming that he doesn't like black players or some sort of racism is involved, right? Now, to accuse somebody of being racist is damaging to their career, basically, right? You're damaging a person's character by accusing a person of being racist, and you don't have anything, you don't have no proof, you don't have nothing solid. It's just that they're a person who's not black have an opinion about a player who is black that they don't rate highly of that maybe everybody else does, right? And this is what Lee Gunner's been getting. I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen people do it.
I've seen him do it.
You know what I mean? Lee Gunner will state that Saka isn't world class. He had a shit game or whatever. And you'll get people that will accuse him of being racist because he doesn't like Saka. You know what I mean? Because obviously you've got all these people doing these rounds that Saka's world class for putting in a cross, right? And it goes round, you know, goes around the media. You know what I mean? So I can see why he'll get pissed off with that. You see what I'm saying?
Support your own clubs and leave mine alone. How about that?
Yeah,
but anyway, I'm going to let these two go.
Let me just say one thing. Look, same way, we're not responsible for people coming and saying negative shit to you. We can only do our jobs. I don't
care about the negative shit that I get. What I'm saying is you don't have the same standards for your club.
We'll talk football. We will make this about football. We're talking now from a YouTube perspective. So, first, we are not responsible for someone listening to me say Arsenal are scary, saying Lee is one.
Yeah, he's right. They're not responsible. They're not responsible for that, you know, because obviously the people are gonna people. You know what I mean? So
the same way, that you're not responsible for when you call me out, someone comes in my chat and says, you're the next Terry Flewers, you're the next Henry Talks Football, you're the next this, you're the next that. I consider that to be abusive. I consider that to be something that, you know, annoys me, irritates me, but I don't make you responsible for it. Same way, I'm not responsible if I say something positive about Arsenal for it to be like, whoever says anything about you, that's my fault. That's not our fault. That's their fault, because no one should be abusing anyone. No one should be disrespecting anyone. No one should be insulting anyone in any way, shape, or form. My problem with your argument is two things. Number one, you're doing the same thing that people did to you 5-6 years ago, which is, man, League Honor is just negative for views. I get it with my own club. Husam is negative about Liverpool
guess what?
for views.
Factually, that's
3
incorrect,
years.
because I'd get more views sucking off Arsenal, mate. It seems to work for other fans.
Hear me out.
No, it's not the point.
I
It's
have
not
3
the
years.
point.
No, one
What
second.
people
I have
say.
3 years on YouTube. 3 years I've been doing this YouTube stuff. For 3 years, people have been calling me negative for views about Liverpool Football Club. I, alongside Kurdish, big up to Kurdish, we were responsible for flying an FSG out plane above Anfield the day that we beat Man United 7-0. It was trending worldwide. It got worldwide traction, CBS, etc. And I got abused every way, shape, or form in every single disrespectful insult that you could think. People even went into race, religion, everything. So, like, when it comes to that, it's for me as Husam, I'm just looking at it going like, but like you're doing what people did to me about my club, to you about your club 2-3 years ago, but in the other sense. And the second logical flaw that I said yesterday and before yesterday, and I'm gonna say it again, by definition, you're saying anyone who says anything positive about Arsenal is doing it for views. But you can't go into people's intentions. Husam actually believes Arsenal are going to win the league.
But it's the clickbaiting titles. This is the thing. It's not just speaking positive about Arsenal. It's the clickbaiting titles, and you're not being realistic about what you're saying about Arsenal. Like, if you're telling me as an Arsenal fan that we're scary because we won a game against bums, for example, fam, who's paying you? You know what I mean? Who's paying you at this point? Saka World Class. Well, it's an opinion, but if the title is saying Saka World Class, then it sounds more like a statement. Whether you put an exclamation mark or question mark at the end, that sounds like a statement to me. You know what I mean? But there's nothing wrong with bigging up Arsenal, right? Nothing wrong with it. But what's going to get pointed out is when it's being forced and when it's clear that it's just a traction thing and you don't hold that same standard for your club. Because if your club scraped to win against bums, right, are you calling anybody world class for seeing the game out for you? I don't think so.
Mo actually believes Arsenal. By the way, Mo doesn't even believe Arsenal can win the league. He said City to be fair.
Yeah, but that comment right there says Mo said he wants Arsenal to win for content. Did you say that? Or is he making it up?
Mo actually wants Liverpool to win the league.
No, but you did actually say that. You want Arsenal to win for content. Did you actually say that?
No. I said I want Arsenal to win because I don't want Man City to win the league, because I don't want to be a neutral watching a team winning 5 in a row because it ruins the league. But I said my preference is for Liverpool to win the league first because of Mohamed Salah, because I like my Egyptian guy to win the league first. Then Arsenal, because they are the team that can. But
no, you said then Newcastle.
Then Newcastle. But realistically speaking, I think Arsenal are actually closer to win the league than Liverpool. That's why I support Arsenal to win the league. But I don't believe they are favorites to win the league. That is the thing. If I said, there's a lot of jokes, and I said Arsenal last season, I want Arsenal to win the double so the world will burn. That's what I said. But that's
he said.
I don't know if he actually said it, but I've just got a feeling that he did say it. I've got a feeling when these channels are sucking off Arsenal and doing two bit of clickbaiting content, right? I'm sorry, but
I've seen him do it.
I reckon that's what a lot of people have seen. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. I reckon that he said it because it gets brought up later on that, and Lee Gunner believes that he would have said it, and I think he said it. I think he said it. And these men know that if Arsenal win the league, the content's gonna go off. If man are saying Arsenal's scary for just winning a game against bums, you think man aren't gonna do this for content if Arsenal win the league? You know what I mean?
There's an awful lot of people in this chat that are saying that you did actually say it exactly how they said it.
Yeah.
Which is mad. And also, what do you make of all this, mate?
I just look at it like this. I think the problem is people that talk about other fans that don't support Arsenal. The way they talk about Arsenal, it's always about how incredible we are, and it's the words that are used. Arsenal unbeatable. Arsenal are scary. Arsenal, all these things don't make sense. How are we unbeatable?
That's another one as well. I forgot to mention unbeatable. I've seen that, and we all know who we see.
I've seen him do it.
Arsenal unbeatable. Arsenal scary. What is it? Mentality monsters. All these things that get this fan base giddy, right? Yet we haven't shown none of this. What trophies did it get us? Apart from the Shield, those of you who believe we won 47 trophies. You know what I mean? I want people to understand, right? And this is split between two camps. The ones who believe Arsenal won 30 trophies and the ones that believe Arsenal won 47 trophies, right? We are told a manager that has not won you a trophy in so many years or has only won you a Shield in the last year should keep his job because, well, he's putting pressure on Man City. And the people saying this will support a club who's won a trophy more recently than us. But things might not be going to plan right now. So they feel they should get rid of their manager. So it's not good enough for their club. Winning back-to-back, Man United, for example, winning back-to-back trophies ain't good enough for them. But finishing second with nothing each time, or Shield, depending on which camp you're in, should be good enough for us. See how that works? You see how that works?
We haven't won a major honor. We haven't. What did we win last season? How are we unbeatable? Factually, that's not correct.
We won a Community Shield last season. If you believe we've won 47 trophies. Otherwise, nothing. We didn't win anything. But anyways, let's carry on.
Correct, is it? Because we lost to Aston Villa twice last season. We lost to Fulham, and we lost to Bayern Munich. So we're not unbeatable. So why is that always the titles? And I'm not specifically saying it's only you two that say that. I haven't even checked all the titles that you guys have put. But this is the problem. Every time this club is covered, it's always about we're unbeatable. We've got world-class players. Certain players are going to be able to do a job that they can't do because it's not in their ability or they're not good enough to consistently perform. And then at the end of the season, instead of saying, do you know what? Been putting out all this stuff about Arsenal are this and Arsenal can't be beat. Then it goes back to, oh, but it was a good journey. It was close. It was margins, FFP, this, and this. That is the
Crying to me and I'm not having it.
Yep. We get nothing in the end. After all this. Last season, I'm not going to lie, and I said this already, last season, I had hopes. I thought to myself, maybe it's the Champions League. Maybe Arteta might just land that for us. Because I just knew we weren't going to win the league. When I saw a script past Porto, I thought, and then drawing Bayern at home, I'm thinking, maybe we can, just see Bayern out in a home leg. You know what I mean? It would have been either City or Real Madrid in the semis. Real Madrid have never beaten Arsenal competitively. Maybe could it be? Because I honestly thought someone had said to me, "Which do you think you'll win, Champions League or league title?" Last season, deep down in my head, I thought maybe Champions League, And as soon as we were knocked out of that, I had nothing left, and I just knew we're not going to win the league. Then we ain't going to go from that to we're just going to win the league. Nah, I just knew we weren't going to do it. And maybe I'm stupid for believing that we'll win the FA Cup this season. The only reason why I'm believing that we'll win the FA Cup this season is because I think Arteta will be in a similar kind of position Wenger was in 2014 when it was like, fam, you've got to win it now. You've got to win something, and this is all you got left because we damn sure ain't going to win the League Cup. We damn sure ain't going to win that. You know what I mean? Since George Graham won that trophy for us, we've never liked this competition since. Anyways, I'll play a bit more of this and then I'll call it a night for this one. And then I'm going to react to the trophy part when they're debating about trophies Lee, Mo, and Husam, because Northside wasn't there for that. But I'm going to play some more of this because obviously, Northside speaking now, and this is the first time he's speaking on this debate, so I just want to cover a bit of that.
A bit for me that makes it disingenuous, because at the end of the day, are we the favourites? How can Arsenal be scary, unbeatable? Arsenal are incredible. Everything is fixed, but we don't win anything. Then when everybody identifies the weaknesses in this team, which everybody knows is the attack, we've got rotation in the defence. We don't have the same rotation in the attack. We needed a clinical goal scorer. We didn't buy one. We needed world-class players, which we were told were going to be brought to this club once we...
I know I keep cutting him off, but that question needs answering. How can we be all these things and win nothing? You know what I mean? How I can see why people get frustrated with like the whole gaslighting that's going on. We're unbeatable, mentality monsters, scary, and whatever else it is. All that, but with nothing. I guarantee you, if I could scroll through, say, Terry's stuff right now, right, a 2 seasons worth of his content, and you'll see the similar shit. Scary, world class, dominant, all these things, yet led to no league title. Amazing. Yet the club he supports is winning back-to-back trophies. For all we know, Ten Hag might win another trophy this season, right? Back-to-back cup finals of the same competition and back-to-back trophies. Yet these men are screaming. These men are like, I want to lose. So he goes, all right.
We've got Champions League football. We haven't got any world-class players. So what has actually been fixed? We're going off the same things that we had last season. A solid defence, scoring from set pieces, and spreading the goals around. We've already done this before. And I said this to Husam. So I don't understand the titles, because at the end of the day, is that reality? The reality is we haven't won a major honour. The favourites, the team that's scary, the team that seems to be unbeatable, is Man City. They're the ones that win the major honours. They're the ones. So why is it on Arsenal, the team that continues to not deliver? It makes no sense. The bench is worse than last season. So how are we scary? We had a stronger bench last season. We have not addressed the things that needed to be addressed. We have not got the best coach in this league. We have not got the best starting 11. We have not got the best bench. So how are we the most unbeatable team in the league? And that is what everybody always puts out. Makes no sense. And instead of the accountability on the people that do that, in saying, you know what? I was challenging Northside, I was challenging Lee all season or the last 2 years. But you know what? They keep coming up. Right. Do you know what? Yeah. Next title. Do you know what? Arsenal are not unbeatable. Do you know what? Arsenal have not addressed what they need to address. Why is that not the title? Those things are said within the video, but it's never the title of the video. The title of the video isn't Arsenal's bench is worse. The title of the videos is never Arsenal don't have a clinical goal scorer. The title of the video isn't Arsenal actually can't win every game on set pieces because we drew against Atlanta and we drew against Brighton. So why is the titles never that? Because that's a fact. That's not my opinion. That's a fact. So why is the titles never that?
That's okay. Can we just establish something? That is a subjective opinion, just to let you know.
And not
what that we're not winning anything despite doing all these things that rival fans are sucking us off for. Pause. We're not winning anything. We're not winning any trophies for doing this. Come on now, man.
No, side. You could say you said why is the title never that? 1 second more, please.
No, I need to respond to one thing before you go on, Husam. Just one thing, Northside. You are saying that everyone is doing this. Actually, there is more hate-alongs for Arsenal than watch-alongs. So you're saying content only is done to love Arsenal. Actually, that is infactual. Actually.
I never said only. That's not my words.
You just said
the majority. The majority of the
you can't. That's a very subjective thing.
I never mentioned watch-alongs. The majority of the content covering this club from rival fans is always about how scary we are.
I don't think so. I think
it is. It is, and this is the thing. I never see the rivals actually pointing out the flaws in this team, because the flaws is what keeps tripping us up. It's not Kai Havertz scoring.
Well, I can think of one rival that would pick up the flaws because we know that he'd want it to happen.
10 fucking Heisenberg, blood.
You know what I mean? I can think of one.
No, because Kai Havertz was scoring last season. What about the crunch end of the season? Why is it that last January this whole fan base was saying that we needed a clinical goal scorer, and now we're moving? Now the fan base are moving the goalpost because they just want to go and see if Havertz can do a job. The same way we saw if Nketiah or Jesus could do a job. This is what I'm saying. A lot of the people that are doing that, I never see the title headline about our weaknesses. It's always about when the going's good and we're unbeatable. Okay, crunch end of the season. Who's scoring me the winner to get over the line? Which player? Name me a player. Because you have to win games. Defenses can only keep it a draw. You need to score goals to get over the line. Saka gets burnt out. Havertz isn't clutch for us in any competition since he's been here. Martinelli's regressed. Trossard isn't respected by this football club, and Odegaard doesn't turn up at the crunch end of the season to get over the line. So a lot of these players perform well for 80-90% of the season, and then when it comes to the crunch end of the season, what have we seen for the last 2 seasons? So what's changed? What has actually happened that's changed?
We'll talk. The football is different.
Yeah,
let me just add one more thing onto what Northside said as well. Yeah, every single time there's something that's negative or seen as negative out there in the mainstream or on Twitter, it's seen as hate. Why is it always hate or fear? Or it's an illness? Yeah, and let me ask you a question as well. Yeah, right, because you kept saying, why do I keep asking about Terry? I was mentioning Terry. How comes Terry? The only channels he redirects to are you two.
Oh, we'll answer that right now. No.
Right, I'm gonna leave it here. I don't know if I've reacted to enough of this because I know I've watched majority of this while I was on holiday and while I had my free time. But yeah, it's the trophy part. That's the next part to cover because there's some stuff said on there, some questions asked on there that is worth reacting to. But I'm going to leave it there for this part of the debate. I hope I've covered a large chunk of it. But yeah, I'll know through you guys anyway. But yeah, all the clickbaiting and stuff like that, it is what it is. But it's when y'all don't have the same standards for your club, that's how it becomes obvious that you, man, aren't really about that life. You don't really believe what you're saying because you won't have this for your club. You won't have your club finishing second doing nothing or work no penetration. You know what I mean? Weak benches and shit. You won't have that. You know what I mean? But when it's us, it's we're scary. You know what I mean?
Stop the cap.
Anyways, I'm done with this video. Stay tuned for my reaction to the trophy part debate of this the trophy debate of this debate. Because really that's probably where most of my energy is going to be in terms of reacting to this, you know what I mean? So stay tuned, guys, and yeah, like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow all the socials. The link is in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next reaction. Peace.
And if anyone wants to have a come at me,
come and find me. I'm in the car park now.
Because I'm a black belt in karate.
Stop the cap.
Come and have a pop.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.